Yo, hey there. So, last year I was lucky enough to travel around the beautiful country of Sri Lanka, and while I was in the cool surf town of Hikkaduwa on the west coast of Sri Lanka, I was staying at a yoga hotel, and this cool lady I was chatting to there was telling me how she'd been whale watching in Mirissa and seen blue whales, and I was like, oh wow, I didn't know you could do that here. That is awesome. I've always been fascinated with blue whales since I was a young child. Probably my imagination was captured and inspired to see them from seeing the skeleton of a blue whale in the Natural History Museum, when it's compared to all the other animals and dinosaurs. And it's actually the largest animal ever to existed that we know of in terms of its weight. So it's cool, it's still alive, it's a giant you can see today if you're lucky, and that's why I wanted to grasp that opportunity in Sri Lanka and go on a whale watching tour to see the whales. Anyway, I started to chat to other people while I was travelling, and I went down to Midigama, another cool surf town just further down the coast, and was with my homeboy there doing a bit of surfing, and I thought I'll carry on to Mirissa, where a lot of the whale watching tours leave from, so I can go and see the blue whales if I'm lucky. Anyway, I was chatting to some other people, and they were saying they didn't really agree with the whale watching, it wasn't ethical, there's so many boats crowding the whales and scaring them. They also said the same about the safaris, all these jeeps, like 10 jeeps around one leopard. Yeah, and I thought, that's a shame. I don't want to do something which is going to cause the whales distress and impact them negatively. But also I was thinking it is good that the local population can make an income and some money off these whale watching tours, which aren't actually killing the whales, they're not hunting them. And it's in their interest to have a healthy whale population so these tours can continue. So, in that sense, I thought it'd be good to support them. But yeah, I must admit, I was a bit put off on going on a tour. Anyway, while I was in Mirissa, I went to a cool little vegan cafe, and I was chatting to the owner, and I asked her, if there was a more ethical whale watching tour I could go on, where they respect the whales, and she said, yeah, there is one, I'll let you know. And true to her word, she did send me a message telling me that the one that she recommends was Raja and the whales, and I looked into it and I went to see them, and it looked good because they leave earlier than all the other ones. It was something like 5 in the morning before sunrise anyway, and it was about £40 when you convert it from the Sri Lankan currency to go on the tour. But it is a long tour, they have to go quite far out to see the whales, so it's not bad value, and they do give you some food. But anyway, is it more ethical? Well, it does definitely seem to be. My experience was they do respect the whales because you leave so early. It's quite a big boat compared to a lot of the other tours. They get out there quick, they're not with a crowd of boats, so we were the only boat around the whales that we were seeing. Only when we were coming back did we have another couple of boats coming around us, and we'd already seen the blue whales by then, and it was only really following some dolphins at the end of the tour. Anyway, it was awesome. They respect the international guidelines for whale watching. They keep a respectful distance. They approach the whales, the different species, in the species appropriate way. So, they're a very legit company from the ethical side, and I didn't feel like we were harassing the whales because there was only one boat and we were like 100 meters-ish from the whales. It was a good distance, and yeah, it was awesome first seeing the blue whale, seeing the spout of water appear from the distance, and then we get close and it's this huge animal. You get a real sense of the size of it, like a small island floating out there, and that's only a small percentage of the whale that you can see above water. And then when it goes to dive, you see the majestic tail come up and then splash down, and it was really cool. Yeah, it was a beautiful day. We saw multiple blue whales. We saw killer whales and some dolphins. They do look after you, and as a vegan I had fruit, rotis I could eat, It was tea, coffee and water, but no dairy alternatives for the tea, but I didn't really expect that. But yeah, they had good knowledge on the whales, and like I say, it was ethical. It did feel like we were respecting the whales. So I do recommend it if you want to see blue whales, and it was an awesome experience seeing the largest animal to have existed. That is always something that's fascinated me, so it was inspiring to see that creature, that huge, powerful, peaceful creature with my own eyes. And yeah, I do recommend it if you're in Sri Lanka, you're looking for a more ethical whale watching tour, because it's not cool being, you know, one of 10 boats around a whale, I don't think. Yeah, I do recommend riding on the whales. So, okay, happy travelling and enjoy exploring the world.